I would like to present, now that we've reached the halfway point, roughly, of the game, so yeah, now that we're kind of reaching the point where we're no longer on the defense and we're starting to actually fight back against Bern, I want to give a review of how Bern did with their invasion and the tactics they used.
Yep.
So.
We're just going to be shitting on Narcian the entire time, aren't we?
Yeah.
Bern's invasion of Elibe began with the assassination of Zephiel's father, Desmond. Desmond first attempted to poison Zephiel, but Zephiel survived because, like with Lordhausen, Prince Murden, and Dorcas, poison is really shit at killing things in Elibe.
He also tried to have, like, his son killed via sending, like, the assassins after him. Or was that Sophia's, like, thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of funny how often poison... Like, with both Prince Murden and Zephiel, they describe being poisoned as, their life hung in the balance for several weeks and then they got better, as if it's just like a really bad flu. Or virus.
But to be honest, do you feel like your life hangs in the balance anytime you have a flu?
Yes.
A little bit, yeah.
It's not a fluke, they were poisoned. And also, I'm pretty sure they just got food poisoning. Like, maybe they were just shitting their guts out.
I mean, Murden got hit by a dart.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, what kind of poison did they have back then? How did they make poison? Did they, like, drain the venom of snakes? Because venom is only effective if you, like, drink it. If it's only in your veins.
Well, that's the thing.
It's a bit of both. Like,
poison is...
Lordhausen had his meals poisoned for actually weeks. Dorcas had poisonous mutton, and Murden got hit by a dart. Zephiel had his drink poisoned.
Oh, wait,
so all four of them were poisoned differently, yet they all survived.
In that ad, did they put poison in his mutton?
Yeah, put poison in his mutton.
Yes.
Oh, for some reason,
Have you considered?
When I watched that ad,
Have you considered that, like... Oh, sorry.
When I watched that ad, for some reason I thought they said I put poison in his mouth. And I was like, that's an odd way to phrase it.
they just walked up to him and, like, bird fed him the poison.
Open wide. Also, have you considered that, like, the reason why poison doesn't kill anyone is because, like, the villains are trying to poison them while they're on a fort, so they're constantly gaining life back.
Oh, yeah.
Or, like, they're in a fort constantly.
I guess technically Lordhausen was in a fort.
And technically,
so that's why they survived. They just need to take them.
So was Dorcas, and presumably Zephiel as well.
Yeah,
they just got the fort bonuses.
Yeah. I should point out, like, you were saying how, like, what Zephiel did was self-defense. I don't think it's self-defense if you kill someone who attempted to murder you decades after the initial crime happened.
I haven't gotten up to that part yet, actually.
Nah, fuck him.
So
nah, fuck, dude. If your dad tries to kill you like 2 or 3 times, I think that you're like completely justified to do anything else.
Zephiel's father attempted to poison Zephiel, so it's the second time Zephiel's father attempted to assassinate Zephiel.
I thought. Right. Oh, are you saying Battle Before Dawn was the second time?
No, that was the first time. The second time was when he attempted to poison him.
Right.
So,
Zephiel... Was this when he was already an adult?
Wait, and when did Sophia? And Sophia, like, Sophia was,
You're getting ahead now.
Like, his dad know about Sophia? Oh, yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Not Sophia. Sophia is the Dark Mage from...
Is this when he was already an adult that he was poisoned?
Alright,
okay.
I'll get to that bit. So, really? Zephiel elected to fake his death, then emerged from his coffin with the tried and true method of a sword to the chest to kill his father. After that, Zephiel ascended to the throne and began returning dragons to the world. 4 years later would mark the beginning of the Binding Blade. But before that, Berns' forces managed to swiftly conquer the 2 northern countries of Sakai and Ilia. A force led by Brunya invaded Sakai and massacred most of the tribes there besides the Jute tribe, which sided with Bern. Meanwhile, Ilia was decimated by another force led by General Murdoch, which fractured the mercenary groups there. As far as tactics go, you can gather by now that the Burnt Empire is mostly reliant on sudden, violent assaults that incite discord amongst their enemies under the threat of join us or die, which worked great for invading the first two nations, creating a sort of Axis-aligned territories earlier in the war. However, this scorched earth strategy doesn't leave much to deal with the other major superpowers. This is where Narcian comes into play, though. First off, to clarify, Murdoch, Brunja, and Narcian are the three Wyvern generals of Bern, the parallel to the three generals of Etruria, Great General Douglas, Mage General Cecilia, and Knight General Percival. Now, back to Narcian. Narcian is presented as a narcissistic, power-hungry, slimy scumbag who worked his way up the ranks and likely didn't deserve his position to begin with. But I'm actually here to refute that. What makes Narcian a great villain is that he's not only incredibly hateable, but he's actually not as incompetent as you'd think. First of all, I'll address the elephant in the room. I know we've joked at length about how much delegation goes on within the Berns army. So, I'll begin with a highlight of all the things Narcian actually accomplished over the course of this campaign. So, Narcian has successfully, with the help of Brunja, assaulted Arafan, slain Hector, single-handedly incited a civil war in Lycia, convinced Eric and Legance to turn on the Lycian League, overthrown Ostia, convinced Arcado and Rorts to stage a coup in Etruria, controlled Etruria with the king as hostage, and set up a distraction in the Western Isles. That's not nothing. In fact, that's more than either of the other Wyvern generals achieved combined.
Yeah, he's been very busy.
So in the map that we just started, when Arcado and the other guy were talking about the king, was that their king, not Zephiel?
Yeah, they're talking about the Etrurian king.
Right.
Because they kept him as a hostage in order to get the Etrurian generals to fight with them. Except for Cecilia. Cecilia's the one who resisted. So yeah, not to mention, he also directed the assault on Arcadia, which failed because of Roy. Which, this just shows how desperate Narcian is to gain accolades. Bummer that none of that really matters to Zephiel. But you can see now why he spent so much time delegating.
But to be fair, though, like, he is, like, a creep, so they're like, just let him burn himself out. It's fine, we'll handle him later.
Yeah, you can see why he spent so much time delegating. This guy is responsible for every single conflict we've had to resolve up until this point. He had his hands full. His undoing, however, was having an arrogant superior and incompetent subordinates. You can more or less put together that Berns' forces have been stretched thin by the time they reached Etruria, and all of Narcian's subordinates make the crucial mistake of underestimating the 15-year-old anime boy leading an army of a fractured alliance. Just goes to show that truly the best strategy in Fire Emblem is to ball up and roll through the enemy's territory.
Yep. Wait, hold on. Is there a bunch of units who are copied there? I think I see. Wait, do I see Oleg twice?
No, those are all individual units that I slapped into a ball.
Never mind. I see Lilina.
Narcian himself, though, as soon as Roy's army became a threat, he did actually try and eliminate them himself. He was thwarted, however, by the generals of Etruria. His response was to fuck up their nation while ensuring Roy was sent to the Isles, where his subordinate Flair fucked up by underestimating Roy and delegating to a dragon. When you consider this, it's understandable why Narcian elected to leave Flair to die for him, to prepare himself. He had it coming. The guy had one job and couldn't even stick around to see it done. And Narcian knows better than to underestimate an anime boy. Every other loss since, including Arcadia and Retruria, are the result of the bane of most real-world empires, such as the Roman Empire, a classic case of stretching their forces too thin and getting steamrolled by the Roy Ball. Meanwhile, Zephiel, who is clearly capable of carnage if he were to lead the charge, couldn't be bothered to do anything besides 1v1 Cecilia the whole war. Meanwhile, Narcian was concocting schemes turning the oppositions against themselves, rather than trying to take them head on and wasting resources. This is what makes Narcian quite a threatening force in his own right and an excellent villain. And if you still aren't convinced, don't just take my word for it. Narcian has battle dialogue with Chlorine, Milady, Cecilia, Percival, and one other character we haven't encountered. Which will make this all the more satisfying when we finally lay into him. So, any questions?
I feel like it's been, what is it called? He's done a very good job. It's just that, like, I think Zephiel is, like, purposely, like, sabotaged him or, like, wants him to be cut out early because he's like, he's probably, like, a freak or, like, something. Or, like, he can't be trusted because he's so, like, ambitious, right?
Yeah. But, like, he carried Byrne through the war. Or at least the latter half of it. And it's kind of noteworthy that the point where Byrne starts to fall apart is the map where you finally get to actually fight Narcian. I also just think mainly Zephiel's concern,
kind of curious
and this is what I sort of hinted at earlier, Zephiel's concern isn't necessarily winning the war. Zephiel's goal is to eliminate humans and bring dragons back. Because...
Real Dracula ass shit.
Well, does he
yeah, because his father was so fucking terrible that he's just like, nah, humans are terrible, I can't...
Yeah.
Well, nah,
Does
they
he
didn't
wanna-
deserve to win the scouring. I'm gonna
Does
remedy
he-
that.
Does he actually want to, like, eliminate all humans or just subjugate
Yes.
them with the dragons?
Yeah, he talked to Guinevere by saying, "Hey, look, you are left. You're not supposed to do that. If you do that again, I won't forgive you, and I will treat you like a enemy when
Well,
the dragons come."
What I'm saying is, like, does he want to, like, actually eliminate all the humans or just subjugate them with the dragons? Like,
His
have-
goal,
put
as
the
far as
dragons
I
in
could tell
charge?
through my research, is genocide.
Yes.
Right.
No, he just wants to kill them.
Yeah, that's what
Right.
genocide
Yeah.
means. Final thoughts? Audrey, what do you think?
I don't know enough
I think-
about Final Fantasy to comment on
Fantasy?
anything.
Final Fantasy.
This is Fire Emblem, by the way.
Yep. Perfect Final Fantasy game.
Yeah. Something I've noticed, by the way, is that both Final Fantasy and Fire Emblem have the hero characters on the right instead of the left on the battle screen, on the battle screens. Like,
Oh, that's like
Yeah.
that's like every.
It varies.
I actually don't know why.
like shouldn't in an RPG or a strategy RPG, shouldn't the good guys be on the left?
I mean, not necessarily. Actually, I
Okay.
think most RPGs I've played, they've been
Is
on
it
the
because
right.
it's like? Is it because it's?
It's just tradition at this
Is it
point,
because
really.
it's like a? Is it because it's like a Japanese like thing because of like they read like right to left?
They don't read right to left, do they? They read
Actually,
top to bottom.
I think manga is actually right to left, even though
No, manga
No, but
is,
their
yeah.
books are like right to left.
yeah,
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it could be like that. I don't know.
yeah. Even
Yeah.
though the
I mean,
even
the
though
main reason
language-
platformers do it left to right is because of stage plays. I don't know, what do you think of the presentation, Audrey? Just as an outside
I thought it
perspective.
was nice.
Yeah, It's good.
Good.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll leave it there then.